This is Let's Be Briefed, where we cover mysteries, conspiracies, and other unknowns each week. Let's get into it. Welcome to the podcast. I'm Sarah.
And I'm Sydney.
And this week, we're going to talk about the vending machine killer in Japan. Do you know anything about this?
Nope, I don't think so.
Okay. So, this started around September 1985 and ended around November 1985, which is very quickly after the monster with 21 faces declared a ceasefire on August 12th. So if you haven't heard our podcast on that, go check it out. It's in 3 parts. And it'll give you a lot of details and context that maybe you wouldn't have if you just listened to this one episode. But like every time I've heard about the vending machine killer, it's never mentioned that it was like literally right after the monster with 21 faces.
Right, well, obviously I haven't really heard about this a lot, but
Yeah.
I think I've definitely heard of it, but not details.
Okay. Yeah. So we can get into it, but basically a drink was tampered with in the vending machines, which then inspired companies later to redesign their soda bottles with more tamper-evident packaging. So it's like similar to the Tylenol killings here, which we'll talk about a different episode.
Yeah, soon though. It's on the short list.
Yeah. But like the way I've always heard about this is that it was a promotional campaign for the drink Aura Numbin C. I cannot say it together. It's like supposed to be orange and vitamin together, like Aura Numbin C.
Ornament?
Yeah.
I don't like that at all.
Right.
It reminds me of like a drug name.
Oh, does actually kind of. I don't know I don't even know if they're still in business actually. But it was a popular health drink, like a vitamin-enriched juice. But I thought the promotional campaign was like if you bought one from a vending machine, you were given a second one for free. Like somehow. And then if people didn't want the second one, they would just leave it on top of the vending machine for like someone else to take, like if they didn't happen to have any money. Because Japan is nice like that.
That would never happen here.
But like, and the poisoner poisoned the ones that were like left out in the open, is what I've always heard. But apparently, that is not what actually happened.
Oh. That's all I know about it. I guess I did know something because you told me, but...
Okay. Yeah, because the first thing that I said, like, that narrative makes it sound like it was just like a crime of opportunity. Like, the drink happened to be there, they happened to have poison on them, they poisoned it and walked away.
Oh.
It's what I've always thought, like, because people are just leaving the drinks out. But the main source that I found was the New York Times article that I'll link in the description, but it makes it sound like the poisoner actually like left a bottle in the bottom of the vending machine, so when you went to get yours, you thought you got lucky by getting 2 of them.
Oh.
Yeah, which makes this so much more deliberate.
Uh-huh.
And yeah, or like the person, like the poisoner themselves would leave a tainted soda that they had already poisoned on top of the vending machine for people to be able to get if they didn't have money.
Greed. They're cracking down on greed.
What do you mean?
People seeing it and wanting it. I don't know.
Yeah, how dare you want
Or
things.
neediness.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just seems like so deliberate now, and it does remind me of the Monster with 21 Faces way more.
Yeah.
But yeah, from this spree, so this was from like September, and it sounds like it ended in November, so it was only a couple months. But 10 people died in those couple months.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. And 35 were seriously injured.
See, and the thing with the monster with 21 faces is no one
Right.
was injured.
Yeah, no one died. They had warnings posted and like
Maybe it was a copycat who
yeah.
was like, those cowards won't do it.
Oh. Yeah.
Well, maybe, oh my gosh, maybe it was someone from the group
And they were like, "How?"
who
Yeah,
broke
oh,
off on their own.
yeah. That could be like someone that didn't agree with how they were doing things
Oh my
and was like,
god.
"Now that we've called a ceasefire, I'm just gonna go off on my own and do this." Because
Right.
I feel like this could easily be one person. I couldn't find like what area this was happening in either. So that could add a lot, but I could not find how
Yeah, probably
widespread this
maybe
was.
widespread. I don't know. That's interesting that that wouldn't be.
I know. Maybe we'll do an update later if I can find it, but the herbicide Paraquat, I think that's how you say it, was used like in all the deaths. And the soft drink industry, I can't believe they were saying this, but they said some of the deaths that were attributed to the drink they thought was a suicide because it was common to use like this herbicide for suicide since it was easy to get a hold of at the time. So try and downplay that.
Yeah, it's not well, it could be not their fault, but like really
Yeah,
you're gonna blame the victims?
right, yeah. Because, I mean, at the time there was no regulation on who could purchase the herbicide either, so they're just thinking, like. But, I mean, so that means the killer could easily also get it and put it in the drinks because there was no regulation.
Yeah, that's I don't like it.
Yeah. But yeah, like soon after this started, it has to be widespread because this only lasted a couple months and they did a lot to mitigate it. So Um, it said 1.3 million stickers were made to put on all the vending machines to warn people to inspect their drinks and not take any extra drinks that were around the vending machine.
I think I would just stop buying stuff from vending machines.
I know. Well, they still have vending machines, so I guess it didn't
Yeah, it didn't
impact.
scare him too much.
Yeah. Well, okay, so 1.3 million stickers, I assume one sticker per vending machine. At the time, Japan had 5.1 million vending machines in operation. So that's what, a
That's so
fifth
many.
of. Yeah, they love vending machines. They have vending machines for literally everything.
Why no,
Yeah.
like anything.
Yeah, underwear.
Hot stuff.
Oh yeah, hot stuff.
Hot.
Hot food.
Yeah.
I got like fries out of a vending machine once.
You know what? I bet it was the best service you've ever had.
Yeah, it's very nice. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, they do think whoever did this was influenced by the monster with 21 faces, so maybe either inspired or a copycat. But I feel like it's gotta
Ooh.
be connected.
But they missed, like, I assume there are no letters, right?
Right. There's no letters. There's no motive because it was totally random. It was just whoever happened to drink the drink. Like,
Yeah.
there's no
And it wasn't the
warnings.
same poison. It was,
Right.
the monster was cyanide.
Yeah.
But I think cyanide would be more easily traceable than this, obviously. Like, how many people actually have access to cyanide versus anyone can go to the store and buy?
Right. This paraquat. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, literally anyone would have access to this.
And it was only these drinks.
Yeah, it was only the ornament. See, I can't say it, but that's why I thought it was a promotional thing, but they only
Let's kill
targeted.
people. Let's make people not want to drink our drink.
No, like that's why I thought it was more of an opportunity crime because the drinks were already there or whatever through a promotional campaign.
Right.
But
That's.
I think it was like one of the most popular drinks. I read in the article, I think it was this article, maybe it was a different one, but it said that that drink was really popular with like middle-aged men specifically.
Oh.
So I feel like they do have a target in mind.
Middle aged men love ornament seed.
Yeah, I don't know.
Or a competitor.
Oh,
Their biggest competitor is like, I know how we can get him to stop. We saw what happened with.
yeah. They saw what happened to the stock with the like Glico.
Yeah.
Right.
Maybe, oh my gosh, maybe it was someone playing the stock market,
Yeah.
but someone more evil.
Right. I couldn't find if something had happened to the stock market with this company either. It's really not a lot of details that I could find on this
This is one
specifically.
they don't want people to know because people actually did die.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just so different, but also so similar in other ways to the monster, so.
Right, and the same time period, it's wild. Like how does
Yeah,
this not get lumped in more too?
right. Yeah, like a month after is when all this is happening now again. Like, but instead of with snack companies, it's drinks. Like, I feel like that goes hand in hand too.
Right.
It,
Packaged foods.
yeah, and like things that you don't need. Like, they're kind of a treat, I feel like.
Were they using orange, like actual oranges in this? What if there was like a controversy that they were kind of trying to hint at to the company? Like almost like this is like a threat in its own
Mm.
because they're using paraquat. Maybe something happened with that they're like pointing the finger at. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like this is a 100% speculation. I have no evidence to back this one up. But what if? What if it's like a jab?
Right. I mean, the company could be doing something wrong too, like Lico was.
Right.
The fact that
But they
they,
were more powerful and didn't get slandered. Well, the fact that there's no news articles means that they were able to keep this a lot quieter.
yeah. Or I feel like maybe people were just so tired of the monster that they were like,
Yeah, they're like, whatever.
yeah. I don't know. It is very weird that, I mean, also though, I'm just looking in English. I didn't have time to like find Japanese
Yeah.
articles. I don't, we might need to do
Okay,
a revisited.
I have another theory.
Okay.
What if all the monster with 21 faces stuff was someone hired them to do that? Like it was like a for hire
Mm.
thing. And after the police officer committed suicide, they quit because they're like, no one's gonna get hurt. Like it'll be okay. And then when someone did get hurt, they quit.
Oh,
And now they hired someone else
right. To actually
to
do,
do
yeah,
it, and they had a little bit different ethics.
right. That could be. I mean, it could be someone that's behind all of it, and then they were like, "Oh, you guys quit. You guys are babies or whatever," and find someone that will actually
Yeah,
do
will do
something.
what they want.
Yeah,
That feels maybe plausible. Not really. I don't know. I mean, anything could be plausible. I'm just making stuff up,
yeah.
but
I mean, yeah, there's just so little to go on, but just the fact that it's so close just seems very weird that no one says this, so it could be also covered up.
yeah, I don't get why it wouldn't come up more. Like, this
Right.
wasn't attributed to them, but
Yeah.
it's probably because they said they were done, and then everyone's like, okay, well, the monster with 21 faces is done, so it couldn't be them.
I feel like that is what they would think. They said they're done. We're gonna trust that.
Yeah, we know they wouldn't lie to us.
Yeah, they said they have better things to do.
Yeah, this.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, because they literally ended with like, "We're bad men, gonna do bad things. We have other things to
Why isn't
do."
anyone saying this in English?
Yeah, they could be in Japanese, but I don't know because I'd have to find these articles back then. I mean, no one's talking about it now for sure, so.
Or what if it was like a black market, like this is our service and the
Oh,
whoever was behind the monster was like, okay, we just don't want anyone to get hurt. Like whatever, but they can't get hurt. And the next people are like, we don't care.
yeah. I feel like that's very
Like
possible.
corporate espionage.